we prepare something, but we will keep it like everybody looks super nice. So my name is Maya, this is Boris, my colleague, and I'm very happy that we hear so much about garments, weaving, also a lot of from Bosnian artists, like about remembering and how to deal with the political war crimes and how to talk after it. We were actually born in another country, so I thought, like, when Miloš invited us, okay, fear, we are always somehow afraid of something, like in growing up. But when I was a child, there was an experiment how to show us how to deal with fear. So, yeah. So there was like, if you are alone, somebody can break you really easy. So it's like, no matter, but if you are together with a lot of, it becomes more difficult to break you. So this was like how, yeah, you can try. Maybe I'm not as a child. So this was like probably, it's also the answer why I choose not to be a solo artist, to work in a collective. So like, it's also.
I think so would be works also now for New York.
Yeah, probably. This is also maybe the Mamdani also did this, like, okay, if we are many, it's like not so easy to broke us, and it's also sometimes not also easy how to deal with so many, but like, yeah. But fear is also the mind killer. Like we heard a lot of Smirna, like she was born in a war, I was 13 years old, and fear can turn even to that you really do not recognize the real fear. So for example, when I was in a school, we were more afraid of a math exam than of the grenades. So we were so happy if the alarm were going on, like, yeah, no math, but like no care if we were going to die. Or like example, in my house, we always had the competition who is going to be the first in the row for the bread. But I never thought like, okay, what will be if I don't get the bread? So this is also like how to deal with this, but like when you are growing up, so the fear can turn in a different political, more stronger and powerful meaning, and can be a mind killer, and especially now in this time, like we need our minds more than ever, I would say, especially in Europe, and like in Austrian, how Austria is dealing with other political situation. And also today, it reminds me, because you mentioned that everybody now wants to hear about Bosnia war crimes and et cetera, et cetera. So this becomes like to deal with past genocides more en vogue than to focus on the actual conflicts in Gaza, in Sudan, in Congo. So like even a few weeks ago in Vienna, they opened the monument, the Srebrenica flower, which is like wonderful, but it's somehow always like, when we come also to this, like, okay, which side are we always want to deal? It's easier to deal about past because it already happened, and why are we so afraid to deal about the current situation? So maybe also to stop something or to change something. Yeah.
I mean, I can just add it for this. It's really nice. This is also the picture what we use it for this Sichet for the inviting of Miloš and co, and for this magazine, also dealing with this question of double moral and Austrian neutrality. Like yes, we can dealing about genocide, but not about actually genocide. We're dealing about genocide what's already happened, and this is how it works actually Austrian politics and also Western politics. In connection to USA and all these countries, they are supporting already genocide in Gaza. And this is actually also sitting, the picture I think so talking about by itself, and we don't have to describe this, how you already shitting and sitting in two two chairs and working with this very, very specific and sensitive topics of politics in Austrian, and already talking about neutrality. That's actually, if we're gonna go back to remember how they came to this neutrality, actually only with help of non-aligned countries. This was 1970s. It's, of course, Austria has also different politicians and different politic of neutrality, but even they're using this now, and with knowledge that they help the countries help it to come to this neutrality, and using this privilege to be neutrality, active neutrality of Austrian, and now dealing with these countries and with agreement. That's these countries completely, how you say, like colonial, insane colonial way to take all of these countries and even be complicit in the genocide. And this is, and for me, it's very interesting, also for our collective, how we're working with the pictures, probably difference that you are working, what we saw today. You're working in this kind of fine art differently, and we are working mostly in performance art and trying to find very clearly pictures of with the body, and then going to the open space and do that, like this or this other one, and also making the second part, what we also thinking about that, how works propaganda. It's interesting because it's propaganda can use it also in positive way, but also in very negative way. And every of these ideas, propaganda, also what we are using, like repetition, the art through the art, and then to watching how it works in the political way, is really all time ongoing. And as we took, for example, this was the last very old project. You see that mostly 10 years like that, and it was like in the time of this
so-called migrant refugees
problem, and this Balkan route, I don't know you remember, and this was actually the camp from old Chancellor of Austria. It's called Niemand hat euch eingeladen, nobody invited you. And this was started like with this propaganda, and every time has own propaganda and using this kind of making the fear. And also what we are doing also, like to prepare to show the people how easy is it to how you say, to dealing with fear, and make the audience very so quickly to this condition. Oh, it's gonna happen something, and people really draw in this very easy in the condition.
But at the same time, like people are like, we are like I mentioned, working 20 years in Austria, and we are coming from different parts of Balkan and even like Eastern Europe, and some people are also from Austria and Germany. So like the group is like switching from 6 to 10, and it depends on the project. But like when we go back to the photo, it's like always being afraid, or like presenting through media fear about migrants, about the Islam, about the Palestinians, so creating monsters. So what we actually did, we create the national monster of Austria, like using this Ku Klux Klan, which actually as photo works also, but in a live performance, when there are like many white Ku Klux Klan, they build like really perfect white screen that you can project a lot of stuff. So they were used also like a screen in a performance room. So like how to deal, like even to accept that people who lives and works in Vienna And also we prefer more to mention and to criticize or like how to live together here and not where we are born or where we are coming from.
We can also just small short to show you how we doing the small video during this performance or for this performance, because
people were afraid of the people, not knowing them, people who are like fleeing from war and other stuff. So we just create with the simple camera movements through the city, like the war already came even in Vienna. So
this was like preparing the people, because the performers located and taken the place in the how you say, underground bunker, Sicherheitsbunker in German. Oh, we don't have sound.
I do have sound for the live stream.
Yeah, then without sound, they do not have sound. But yeah, because it would be.
Muss ich das? Ja, moramo tu negdje definirati.
Hier und dann Ton.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry.
No,
very.
Jetzt, no.
Yeah, HDMI. Yeah.
I think
it's HDMI. It's good idea. Okay. Now it's HDMI.
There was a bit. You did change something. So otherwise I can try to present live the feeling of.
But I have just sound from laptop. This is from
just
here.
from laptop, yeah.
Huh?
Really? Oh, okay, sorry.
Nice. Nur von da.
Ich musste aus dem Zug jetzt aussteigen, weil der fährt nicht mehr weiter. Was ist los? Hier fahren alle mit dem Bus weg. Wo soll ich hinkommen? Wo geht das Flugzeug hier rum? Wo ist der Sicherheitsbunker? Hallo? Bunker ist? Wissen Sie, unten? Entschuldigung, wissen Sie, wo der Bunker ist? Entschuldigung, wissen Sie, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Do you know where is the bunker? Bunker. No. Es ist alles anders. Und die anderen. Yeah, it's in German. I don't know how many of you speak
Und jetzt ist
German.
das, was bei dem anderen war, hier bei uns anders. Und niemand weiß, wer der andere eigentlich jetzt ist. Und wie man sich in dieser Anderszeit anders verhalten soll. Es gibt keine Menschen mehr hier.
Who's it hard? It was funny in this time when we did this video, like the atmosphere and media, like especially from the right wing, the FPÖ, was really like that some kind of war is going to come. And like we also made the research, like I was asking on the street, like random people, if they know where is the safety bunker. And nobody knew it, like, and I think like even in Sarajevo, like everybody would know at least one, like just in this to describe how far actually this fear is, but how at the same time it's present. So also some kind of dealing always this in between.
Yeah, sorry for the sound. I think that with sound makes more.
No, but it was just easy, like just
yeah.
having the planes and grenades and something happening, and then
Yeah.
So we can. Also, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's actually a very small connection to this, also this topic of migrants, every time
identity.
Migrants. This was one of last placard series for this last election in Austrian 2024. And we started to campaign like with this like same propaganda narrative and do it in the through this whole city, make the placard series.
And on one side is like, hey, don't be afraid, my name is not a migrant. So which means there is also a person behind this. And on another side, it's always this kind of economic, not this kind of, but this economical, Europe knows that they need people, and especially working class people, but they still do not want, since the long era of the Gastarbeiter, they are still not ready somehow when we are reading what the politicians are now even more worse talking about this. So like you can see, we are always dealing also about these fears of Austrian, their past, and how to deal with diversity of people, because people are coming in and moving out. So there was a big installation made of a soil of Austria, in the form of Austria, but surrounded with, I don't know in English, Stacheldraht. You know, this used for the borders especially. So with the light, sometimes it looks really nice, like a waterfall, but at the same time, it's like also like how to make a capsule around it and still stay isolated, and like not getting all these new other monsters.
Yeah, it was also in the frame of huge exhibition. It's called also working with the propaganda entartet. This is a typical German from the Nazi actually built the subject of
all the English word. It's
I'm not sure that
I forget there is.
Do you know somebody who what's
entartet art? There was when English? The Nazi German decided which art is not in this German national thinking. I really do not know the English.
Because they took in Munich also in this work of propaganda Goebbels, they took also very huge exhibition. They took all artists that was left, or mostly of them was like communist, Jewish, or different kind of people that really how you say, fighting against Nazi. They took all these artworks of them and then make this exhibition. How have to not be art of Nazi in the Nazi for the Nazi time, and this was like also for us like a point. How can we using 2000 in this time also like preparing of election and all this propaganda in Austrian politics, how they also dealing with that. And also one of them, it's actually interesting, this is a typical Austrian weapon, I mean this symbol, but it's what we took, it's very huge, it was 6 meters high and very like so ugly, and but we put this the chain we doesn't so broke this chain actually,
because in the original one the chain is broken, so now again like it came together to this,
because they are really like proud of that. That's they broke it like this, and again it's the Versöhnungstheater. I mean this idea of like we have freedom and never gonna be again like this this time coming, and they broke it like, and this is also symbol of Austrian flag and stuff. And also this was also the idea about carpet was what we vivid. I talk already to you, we vivid already mostly then I think so 14 carpets already, with different carpet vivid, and mostly of them was national flag. And the idea was called Under the Carpet project. Actually that's clearly in the idea of or on title of the project, everything what's people like, and also in politics what we have, with what we know, like put it on the carpet, like everything what we have to know, don't have to know. And the idea was like also the Austrian politician guys, they said because very big discussions in Austria about this who can vote and who cannot vote in Austrian society, and this is everything together so connected with the citizenship. And citizenship is very crazy in Austria to get it, and people are also, if they doesn't want to, they have it, they're gonna be like so how you say, talk it like they're gonna be like every time in kind of corner of no integration, this society, and no good citizens. And one of ministers said, I think so, this is what for the Austrian citizenship, you have to very hard work and how you say, to earn it like that. And we thought, okay, we do it a really huge carpet, and we really hard work it for this.
So now we have the biggest Austrian passport, like then nobody of.
Yeah, this is also typical for this. What we're working with is typical, and it's funny because we took this sculpture with a friend, one of God's Entertainment. And as we took this performance, nobody asking about this
the hand movement. Actually, everybody was very like being sorry with him, like, oh, what happened to you? And the whole evening he was standing in front of you in this like very famous Nazi hand movement. I don't want to do it now because we're in live stream. And then, yeah, like, so then it will be like with the Lars von Trier, like the wrong press conference, so no. So, and we called it like, can you switch back? Just like we called it, this is not the right or the avant-garde. And like now this actually Kampnagel, the huge center for art and culture in Hamburg, they wanted that we are doing like different covers now in different topics to what's going on in Germany, because especially now is also that somehow this classical, I would say, like the classical Nazi, the right, is becoming some kind of mutiert, that we cannot even recognize it, that even the middle of the society is even also going more to the right, and also it's like to be like to realize that we can be wanted again, not with the same strategies, but it's somehow some stuff are repeating themselves.
I don't know if we're gonna stop little. I don't know how much time we have.
We don't have, huh? No, we just go back to the white. Okay. The last, we have a lot of going with the fear. It was the last one we can show.
We can show, for example, the
last one for the piece.
One small video about white flag, because it's very actually now about freedom and about
and how to deal
the peace.
The peace, especially in the Middle East and in German-speaking area.
This also.
This was the cut.
Yeah,
but to video.
Yeah, I switched to the video now, and because we took already videos for this carpet project, what I already described about many carpets vivid, and the exhibition actually was under the carpet. That's very easy, like by when you're going bring the car for me also to fix it. Also, we had the small how you say, the so small stuff to driving under the carpet, like in the car repairing, like, and then laying under this small table, and then slowly like move it in the rotating under the carpet. And all works was under the carpet. And one of them, we make the trilogy in Bosnian, and the small mounts with the German, very German, typical German Shepherd dog, and took it. Trilogy is actually basically from Yugoslavian flag, European flag, and now the white flag.
And this was for me. Like, I remember when like I was talking to a friend who is from Germany, and we were discussing ceasefire as a problematic, because then I realized, okay, especially in a German-speaking area, when it comes to the war between Israel and Gaza, then even ceasefire becomes very problematic, because who is allowed to fight or who is not allowed to fight. So this is somehow, and again, like how to deal with the fear, breaking the rules, because normally, like in paragraph 9, you are not allowed to destroy any flags. So, okay, maybe the white flag, nobody care, but the other flags, but if the dog does, then it's like a different. So just maybe for the end. And actually, the other flags he loved much more than the white flags. Like for the European Union, he was ready to destroy it immediately.
It's like partisan. But he was really partisan.
So this was.
Yeah, this is how it looks like. The Europe Union.
Don't have time.
Heated
Time is
probably half
people
hours.
are afraid, like, okay.
No, I want to just say that but it's really funny. European Union, it's really heated half hours, and we was really scared about his healthy, because really
How to digest the European Union in the stomach of a German Shepherd, like. So
Okay.
no questions. We don't have time, huh? No.